There's been a lot of conversation online recently around Crayon and how artists operate within labels like Maven Records. Some call it Marvin Records. But beyond the headlines, this brings up a bigger question. Labels are important, artists grow under them. But ownership, monetization, flexibility are becoming more important. This is exactly where platforms like 7th Century Music come in. Hello, my name is Samuel Efionokon and I am known online as Jabulko Trade, where I share live issues from time to time. What's really going on with artists and record labels in Nigeria? Let's take a short look. So, major record label versus artist issues in Nigeria. I'm giving you a rundown. Runtown versus Eric Mani Entertainment. What happened? Signed the deal, released music, then conflict started. Label accused him of breaching contract. He claimed unpaid royalties and unfair treatment. Label got a court injunction stopping him from performing. This impacted his career. Legal battle delayed growth. How about Brimo versus Chocolate City? Disagreement over contract and control. Label took legal action and claimed rights to his music. He couldn't release music for a long time. I'm coming. So this made him lose momentum. Long legal struggle. Keys Daniel versus G Worldwide. What happened? Dispute over contract terms and control. Legal battle after he tried to leave. Couldn't use his stage name at some point. But thank God he's still using his stage name. So he had issues with rebranding struggles, temporary career disruption. Then, if you remember Vector versus YSG Records, what happened? Contract dispute and restrictions, label placed limitations on performances and releases, career slowed, public tension. Have you ever experienced tension? That's what is going on between Crayon and Maven Records, as discussed publicly online, because Maven himself is yet to release a statement. J1 versus Kenny's Music. Wanted contract renegotiation. Label blocked his music from being played on stations. Impact. Visibility was dropped. Struggled after leaving. I could go on and on and on. But when you want to dissect this issue, it begs the question what is really going on in the Nigerian music industry? And how can we bridge this gap that is actually creeping in? And it's not just in Nigeria, it's worldwide. And that is where 7th Century Music, an upcoming brand, is stepping in to support, not to compete, to support, to complement, and make sure that you have your masters and data. You have 100% ownership. This is a company I volunteer for, but it is worth speaking and mentioning about at times like this. Though in this case, Crayon himself, I would have to say from the videos he has publicly testified to, I may want to think that maybe he has some mental issues, because he has mentioned on Twitter, which is X right now, that he takes codeine, he takes some other specified drugs, and at some point he smashed his phone. He walked barefooted, but thank God there was no camera to capture him, according to him. Just listen to excerpts from him.
Somehow. My manager saw it, I was like, what's the way you take anything? I say, no, leave go explain. So I started like acting out crazy. So immediately, like I came back home. I started FaceTiming like Rema. I was like, far bro, I don't finish from this. All of a sudden, I started walking on the streets.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's the worker they
That's the worker they go. I walked down to Maven studio, barefooted, like
Eh?
like normal, like trekking. I trekked down. Like I feel like I'm just God's favor, because like nobody recorded me. Like nobody took a video of me.
They are recorded you.
That fuck with me, like literally, like that fucked my entire like confidence,
Okay, yeah.
everything. So I go to the gates that leads to Maven Studio. I got there, I sat on the floor. I'm like, oh, I don't tire, man. I took off my shirt.
Wow.
I took off my iPhone, I smashed on the
Eh?
ground. And then calls started flying. I think Rema codes, baby, 8 minutes voice notes. It was a cry. It's the apple. I remember I went to Jazz, I was like 2021, just telling me that, yo, I signed you. Like, I know what I signed. Like, I'm not rushing you. You know, when your time come, like, you're gonna pop crazy. I just broke down, like, to my lowest. I've never been that low before. I just went MIA.
There's a thin line between desperation and determination. A desperate person feels like they must succeed, but they become too worried about succeeding to clearly see what they need to do.
I was always by myself. You know, I used to do trams, I used to do hooding, I used to do Mzulin, I used to do rap. And school shifts too. School shifts like a combination of weed, trams, coding, rap, everything in one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coding makes you very slow.
It makes you very slow and you enjoy yourself. Like, I feel you freestyle for 2 hours, don't worry.
Damn.
I stopped in the hood when he almost killed my guy.
Crayon said quite a few things. He said they paid Don Jazzy $200 million, that nothing came to him. I don't know if, my opinion, I may be wrong. Don't artists read their contracts before they sign them? You see, when you want to get a record label, when you don't day street, don't say you don't release music, nobody they play them. You now want the power of a record label to back you up. Many times people sign away.
True. My papa girl.
You understand? They sign away a lot of things because a contract is a contract. And a contract is binding. Whether you're happy about it or not, whether it suits you on the long run or not, you don't sign them.
So, in light of what he has just said, would you think Don Jazzy that we know, who is very liberal in nature, would like to stomp his growth? I doubt it. But beyond all this controversy, 7th century music is coming in, it's stepping in to turn the tide. So I implore you, artists, record labels, sign up to 7th century music and you will never, ever, I'm stressing that point, regret signing up with 7th century music.
Maybe long come back again. All is in order, all is in order. Oh yeah, go and tell your people, say all is in order, all is in order.
Now, if you're an artist and you're trying to figure out how to distribute, market, and monetize your music, then you're in the right place because we're here to do exactly that. Now, you're going to ask me a lot of questions, and I'm going to try and go through all the benefits and features of the platform in the quickest way possible, but I'm going to try and give you the most important parts, which are your marketing and your monetization. I'm going to teach you how the platform works, and I'm going to show you how it looks, not just for you, but also for your listeners as well, because your fans are going to be coming here, and we want them to actually enjoy using the platform as well. So it's very important that they enjoy using the platform as much as you do. So here's what we're going to cover: distribution, downloads, songs, albums, free music, and paid music. That covers the distribution part of it. Next up, we're going to cover your marketing, right? This is important. We're going to cover the most important parts about your data, how you're going to use our smart analytics and some of our tools, our audience segmentation tools, which means you can actually see who your followers are, because your followers are different to your listeners are different to your buyers are different to your subscribers, right? So we can really show you exactly how these 4 different types of people actually interact with your music, and you can see exactly who they are and what they do. When I say see exactly who they are, I mean you can see their names and their emails and which country they're at. Super important.
Take a look at the landing page. Take a look at all it has to offer. Monetization, splitting of profits. If this is meant to go for your record label, it will go to them. If this is meant to go for the artist, it will go for the artist. So you actually reap the fruits of your labor when you come to 7th century music. If you are an upcoming artist, with the snap of a finger, just sign up to 7th century music and you won't regret it. This is Jabal Kotret, Samuel Efeomokon signing out. Thank you.